Project Veritas released a video about Ilhan Ohmar's district and some possible illegal actions dealing with ballot harvesting and paying people to vote. If you want to watch the entire Project Veritas video, it's in the description down below. But if you just want a brief synopsis, well, that's what I'm doing here, so you're welcome. Basically, it centers around allegations that what's happening in Ilhan Ohmar's district in Minnesota is ballot harvesting in an illegal way, and that there are some allegations that people have been paid to vote for a specific candidate. Something which I probably don't have to tell you, you can't do. You can't give someone money to vote for a certain candidate because that's illegal. Let's watch a clip to see what generally the video is talking about.
فيري waxaasoo dhan soo jeedin waa buuxa gaariyay waa buux ka yaala waxaas kullu waa Jamal Osman way fiiri 300 clear maanta soo dhacday oo Jamal Osman.
So the man in the video, his name is Mohammed, who is working both for Ilhan Ohmar and Jamal Osman. So he's talking specifically about Osman in this video, but he worked with Ilhan Ohmar as well, so it's relevant to her. Now, as you saw in the video, he was bragging about how many ballots he had harvested, and he said he had something like 300 in his car, which is a lot of ballots. To find out the issue with that part of the clip, let's go to the Washington Examiner. As they point out, President Trump and many Republicans have issues with ballot harvesting because it's not really the most secure form of voting. More specifically, ballot harvesting is when a third party, often volunteers or campaign staff, collects ballots directly from the homes of voters to deliver them to polling stations. Essentially how it would work is that I would get my ballot, fill it out at my house, say who I was going to vote for, and then a ballot harvester would come to my house, pick it up, and deliver it to a polling station for me. Now, I guess it kind of makes sense for people who can't go vote in person, or I guess just don't want to. But then there's also absentee ballots, which I don't know why they couldn't just do that instead. So ballot harvesting to me doesn't seem like the best idea. When you introduce a third party whose sole job is to collect ballots and then deliver them, you're introducing a possibility of fraud. Now, I'm not saying it does happen on any mass scale. I don't think the evidence supports that, but it certainly is possible. Specifically with this clip though, he was bragging about having something like 300 ballots in his car. And the issue here is that in Minnesota, it's illegal to harvest more than 3 ballots. So if he had 300 in his car, well, that's like 100 times the legal limit of how many ballots you can have. And that's an issue. But I don't even think that's the biggest deal. A lot of these news articles, like here in Washington Examiner, they point this part out, but they don't highlight the fact that allegedly people were being paid to vote for a certain candidate. This is what that looked like.
Ilhan has a handful of people that work for her. They came to us to our apartments. And they tell us that this year you're going to vote for Ilhan. You don't go nowhere, you stay home, we will go fill out for your absentee ballot. When it comes, we'll come and get it. You just don't go nowhere, you stay here. And they fill it for us. The minute we sign the thing, the election, and that's what you can do.
Not only is that man claiming that people are being paid to vote for Ilhan Ohmar, they're actually not even filling out the ballots themselves. All they have to do is receive the ballot, someone will come over, fill it out for them, they sign it, and then they get paid, which is not legal at all. Now I need to emphasize one last time, as of this moment, these are just allegations. We don't know if they're true. Thankfully in this country, you're innocent until you're proven guilty. So this may not be the case. Maybe Ilhan Ohmar is not guilty of any of this. But I hope at least that this video will spark some form of investigation. And if they find out that she is guilty, she should not be in Congress because obviously she wasn't elected properly or legally. And I, for one, would not be upset if Ilhan, some people did something, Ohmar, was kicked out of Congress. Because to be honest, I'm not a big fan of her and she's extremely radical. Regardless, we're going to have to wait and see if an investigation actually occurs and what they find. Hopefully it happens before her re-election because she is set to be re-elected this year. And since she's in a very liberal district, chances are she's going to win. And that's it for this video. Be sure you subscribe to my channel, leave a like and a comment and all of those good YouTube things. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.